things. It took time, and just to give you, I got a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 10 accounts here. I'll pick one account from November of 2012 to October of 2016. Their average bill was $485.39. From February 7th, 17 to the present, 10/30/17, their average bill was $2,021.93 because they were being mischarged for that whole period of time. And I've got 2 other accounts the same way. I've got these other accounts, and if you remember in the audit by the state, that there was no oversight by the village boards, this was the problem. They had people making adjustments to the water bills without asking anybody or without telling anybody. The adjustments were made. Something happened in this village in May of 2013, because that's when I found that a lot of adjustments were made in the system, where, another example, in May of 13, the customer was billed for 40,400 gallons. Then suddenly an adjustment was made, so when the August bill came in, they were billed for 4,700 gallons. They dropped to 0. And that was where the multiplier came in. The true number was the 40,400, not the 4,700 that they got the next bill. And then again, back, it wasn't until May of 17, that average bill was $232.06, and that bill went up to, now in May of 17 to October of 17, $614. So nobody was looking, nobody was watching the hen house, except the box.
Now that person still doesn't, like who had access to
That
adjustment?
person's gone.
But the question is, was there any follow-up? You know, I what the ex-cop in me says, was there any investigation or criminal charges if that was intentionally done?
Says the same thing in me.
You know, I just, if someone's adjusting bills by tens of thousands of dollars over the course of years, you know, there should be some kind of follow-up criminal investigation.
It's also something, I mean, like, there's a one account, I mean, I was sitting in the audience when they were mentioning the one account, and I wrongfully thought that they had fixed it, but they didn't fix it. And that was for apparently a number of years. The one that went up to $2,000. And that wasn't just the person in the office, that was whoever didn't do it. That the auditors from the state said that there was no oversight, and there was absolutely no oversight.
You know, Paul can attest to, because he's the one really working on it. All the kudos really have to go to Paul. He's been spending a lot of time on this. There was accounts that read 0 for what, 3, 4, 5 years?
Yeah,
Same account?
Same number. Yeah, they
And
were
nobody
the same
said
number.
anything, 0.
Like relatives of employees of the village,
Joe, I have a question. When it comes to the equipment, we talked about loaders, dump trucks and whatnot. What's the basis for allocating the cost charged to different funds?
Just from where it's gonna be used
But, I mean, did you calculate that on hours or how, you know, you come up,
No,
say
we-
15%, how do you do that?
Let's take the backhoe. The backhoe will be used to dig holes,
Right,
so it should come out of the wood.
right, but what's the,
And or sewer.
my question is, no, I agree with you, I don't have a problem. My question is, how'd you determine the amount of time or whatever to charge that expense to the other account? For example, 30% of the loader goes to sewer plant. How do you come up with the 30%? What's the basis? That's what I'm asking.
For the payroll purposes, we did the time.
Okay, but
That's
what
how
about,
we
what,
allocated
I'm
that.
talking about if you're gonna bond something. You're gonna talk about possibly bonding to buy equipment, and buy a loader. Okay, you're gonna charge each fund an appropriate amount to go towards that bond, correct?
Mhm.
Now, what I'm asking is, how are you determining the amount to charge each of the accounts? In other words, if you're saying, well, 30% of it is attributable to the sewer plant, is it 30% based upon estimated usage? You know, it's gotta be some sort of basis. It can't be a number that would,
Right.
you know, just grab at.
Well, you were a trustee for how many years?
Okay.
You were a
Yeah.
trustee for how many years?
6 years.
You bought equipment.
Mhm.
How did you do it?
Geez, you're talking about 20 years ago. I remember? No. I don't remember. Yeah, honest with you.
you
I
know.
know, I think you asked me the question, I don't know if you're trying to put me on the spot or not.
No,
But 20 years ago, I don't remember. I
Okay,
don't remember what I did
so
yesterday.
really, with, what we could do is, okay, the backhoe is going to be bought by the water department. If the DPW uses it, well, let's come up with the number of hours and back charge the A fund.
That's all I'm asking
Yeah.
you. How
So
do
it's
you
bookkeeping.
approach it?
It's bookkeeping.
What I'm saying is the basis.
I would love everything being bought out or paid for by one of those two funds,
But
and
it's
then have the DPW lease it or rent it off.
back charge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it
So
is
it's a bookkeeping, it's a great
Exactly.
question, and I'm not putting you on the spot.
It's an adjusting journal entry, is basically what it is,
Yeah.
really.
Can I
I was
say
just
something?
wondering.
Sure.
The way we used to buy equipment here, a lot of times, is that we would figure out what the equipment costs. I'm gonna use $80,000, all right? We would divide that up by a third. A third sewer, third water, third DPW. Because all the departments use the equipment. It wasn't done by hours, it wasn't done by, you know, how many hours this department used it. That was the easiest way, so you wouldn't see a tax increase.
Yeah.
But sometimes the easiest way, like
I mean,
I
you
stated, that our treasurer and village clerk was paid 33% in sewer, 33% in water, 33% in village hall.
Expenses.
That's just flat out wrong,
Well, Joe,
because they weren't spending 66% of their time outside this work.
we're talking equipment.
Yes.
We're not talking.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's bookkeeping, I understand what both of you are saying, and it's something that we have to come up with.
Because one year, you brought a dump truck out of the water fund
Yeah.
for $64,000. Oh, the water fund has $64,000, we're gonna buy a dump truck out of
Yes.
there. No, you divide it up by, because then it doesn't affect your tax rate when you divide it up amongst your departments, because it doesn't affect your tax rate, because you're gonna use a 5-year plan to pay for this vehicle. And if you figure out the 5-year plan, it's really maybe 10,000 each year.
So
Out of
it's-
each department,
It's two schools of thought right
you
now.
know. That's how we used to do it. Now, how it's been done since I left, I have no idea. But, you know,
Well, it
it's
was just
more
that, we
like-
have 64,000 in the water department, let's buy a dump truck,
Yeah.
you know.
And then
Yet
you're
that
saying,
dump
well,
truck
the
is
water
being
department
used
did
for mulch,
because of
pick up mulch.
64,000 coming out.
You know, one of the pieces of equipment that we're looking into is a slurry system. A system that will go down prior to a snowstorm. If you pass some roads, you'll see some lines on it. That it's a brine, which will help the roads if they freeze over. It might even be that we don't need to send the DPW out for that particular storm, okay, because it wasn't as large as they thought it was, and what we put down on the road was just enough. And it's better for the new roads that we're gonna have. Salt kills it. Salt kills the roads.
Supposedly that's worse for the cars. What is what they have.
Is it?
It's worse for the
The liquid
cars.
sticks to it where the salt bounces off. Supposed to be worse for the cars.
Okay,
I'm not,
I mean, yeah, if that's the problem, then let's stay with the salt.
that's why I've been,
Yeah.
I read a couple of things about it. Yeah, it's useful. But we gotta get somebody to get cheaper wood. And, you do that, right, open a car wash?
Was that,
Open a car wash to get the brine.
Okay, so we have, our next meeting is this coming Friday at 7 o'clock. I believe Monday, next Monday. I put, if necessary, something about baseball, game 7 is necessary.
Monday and Friday?
With the
Friday and Monday,
Friday and Monday, I don't know the exact dates,
26th and 29th.
26th and 29th. My conscience told me it's the 26th and 29th. With another meeting on the Wednesday, I believe that's the 31st. for adoption. So if you have any questions between now and Friday, please don't hesitate to send in to the website. You can email us here. You can stop in with the question. We want to make sure that everyone knows exactly what's going on. Okay, from, before this budget becomes a living document. So,
And then we all need to go to the school board meeting for the school budget.
Absolutely.
Some of these smart brains here.
we're busy here, so we're gonna leave that up to you guys.
I went to the last 3 meetings, they're worse than these. There's a meeting tonight.
What do you mean worse than these?
I find this more interesting.
See, it's the buzzwords that get me.
Bad, but those are worse. That's what he said.
Yeah,
It can't be that bad, but.
Amy, I meant that about Amy.
He's the one who wanted that tax increase, too.
yeah.
They used to-
Go over there and tell them you want a tax increase. They'll say, sure, no problem. It's already gonna happen.
They'll laugh if he says one.
Yeah, they'll laugh if you say one. What are you
Or they follow us out.
Motion to adjourn.
Before they follow us out.
All those in favor? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, yeah.